Once upon a time, in a small village of Idem, there lived a young, handsome man called Uzoma. Uzoma is 25 years old and the only son of Mazi Udoka and his wife Ugoma. Despite being a very honest man, Mazi Udoka still remained poor. Do not stain your hands by being dishonest, but keep a clear and good conscience, for good conscience is more important than all the riches in the world, Mazi Udoka advised his son, Uzoma. Uzoma listened very carefully to his father before he traveled to the city of Lagos, Nigeria, where he went for the popular apprenticeship program. Uzoma served his boss faithfully and was known as the most honest apprentice Chief Okudili ever had. Chief Okudili's customers doubled, even quadrupled, as Uzoma served him. After his 6 years of apprenticeship were over, it was the day for Uzoma's settlement. His boss, Chief Okudili, could not eat as they came to Uzoma's house. Ugoma and her husband, Mazi Udoka, tried talking him into eating, but Chief Okudili was just there, crying like a baby. Chief Okudili was filled with emotions, and finally, when it came for him to say something, he first gave his blessings, and then he continued to say,
"Chai, my boy, I will surely miss you, my boy."
Finally, Uzoma was settled and he started out his own business. He started out quite well, but within a year, he was duped by some Wayo people who supplied him with fake electronics. This made him go back to the village where he joined his parents, Mazi Udoka, and his mother, Ugoma, in their farm work. Despite the fact that they were poor, yet Mazi Udoka and his wife Ugoma were growing older and wanted him to get married and give them their grandchildren. But none of the girls in Idem village would agree to be his girlfriend, let alone agreeing to get married to him. So as Uzoma searched for a wife, all the girls in the village laughed and jeered at him.
"Look who wants to get married. Can he even pay my bride price?"
replied Norma. "Oh, he wants to use me to continue to expand his lineage of poverty," she said to her friends as they all laughed together. Mazi Udoka's house was the poorest house in Idem community, and the only valuable property he ever had was his wheelbarrow. One day, Uzoma went to Nneka's house to ask for her hand in marriage. Nneka could hardly believe her eyes. She was angry at herself. "This is a bad omen," she said. "Poor Uzoma, come to marry me to Fiakwa." So she pointed him out of their gate. "Look, Mr. Uzoma, go and look for girls that are your level. Can't you see we are not at the same level?" she said. "Clothes get sizes now. Be Mr. Uzoma, you won't wear oversize," she continued, her eyes wide and her face red with anger. Mazi Udoka and his wife Ugoma were hopeful that their son will get a good wife, for they wanted to carry their grandchildren before they passed on. A living dog is better than a dead lion. Mazi Udoka counseled his son Uzoma. "So far as you are alive, my son, don't lose hope. Your time shall come," he said. Then, finally, he saw Wamaka, the tall, beautiful, fair daughter of Mr. Ikechukwu. He met her one evening on his way to go and repair the bearing of their wheelbarrow. He was walking along with his spoilt wheelbarrow when he saw her standing in front of their gate. "Please, do you know the house of the wheelbarrow repairer?" he asked. "Yes, over there. 1, 2, 3, 4 houses away," she said, pointing at the house of Onyemechi, her cousin brother who repairs wheelbarrow. When Uzoma was done with the wheelbarrow repairs, on his way back, he still saw her in front of their gate. She waited there just to wave at him. She waved at him, smiling heartily. "Hope you located the bicycle repairer's house?" she asked. "Yes, thank you so much. You are such a kind lady, and you are beautiful too," he replied. Uzoma saw a twinkle in Wamaka's eyes, and his heart skipped a beat. "I like this girl, oh, but I don't know if she will agree to marry me like this," he said. Meanwhile, all through his 1-year stay in the village of Idem, Uzoma had been making contact with his suppliers, praying that God will give him a genuine supplier before his 2-year rent expires so he can go back to Lagos to resume his business. 2 weeks later, while passing that route again, he still saw the tall, beautiful girl in front of their gate. This time around, Uzoma summoned courage to talk to her. "Can you give me a cup of water?" he asked. "Yes, of course," replied Wamaka as she quickly went inside, getting him a cup of water. She placed the chair under the mango tree in front of their gate. "Here, sit and rest a while before you go back home." Uzoma was thrilled within him, and without a waste of time, he told her how much he loves her and would want to marry her as his wife. "I like you too," said Wamaka. "You can come and talk to my parents, and if they agree, then we will get married." When Wamaka's parents were back, Wamaka told them about his suitor. "His name is Uzoma, the son of Udoka," she said. "Uzo Gini," Wamaka's mother replied. As she was disappointed at her, she tried talking to her daughter to say no to Uzoma the next time he comes. "But Mama, I love him and he is hardworking and an honest man. He will give me peace. That's all that matters," Wamaka replied. Wamaka's mother was disappointed in her, but had no other option than to agree with her because of what had happened in her own immediate family in the near past. Her younger sister Uloma was not allowed to marry the man she loves and was forced to marry the richest young man from Ijele village, the neighboring village. 3 months after her marriage, her sister Uloma died mysteriously. Since then, every girl in her family was allowed to marry the man she chooses. So, Wamaka's mother had to agree because of her own sister's story, not because she willingly wanted to give her daughter Wamaka to marry Uzoma. Uzoma's family are so poor. All they ever have is their integrity. But whoever eats integrity, she said, "You will marry the man you choose, oh. Don't say I prevented you, oh, but be ready to take anything you see, oh," said Wamaka's mother. "Love cannot be enjoyed without money, oh, and there is no space for you in this house once you are married, oh," Wamaka's mother emphasized. So, their marriage was fixed for a month's time. But a week before their marriage ceremony, Uzoma got a call from a man abroad. His customer, Madam Margaret, had given his number to her elder brother who lives in London. He was looking for an honest man to supply his electronic product from London who could sell it in Lagos and return his money back to him without stories. Then Madam Margaret remembered her customer Uzoma, and she quickly gave his number to her brother. They got talking, and a week after their marriage, Uzoma traveled back to Lagos and reopened his shop. He started bringing small number of products, but Uzoma would sell them and quickly return his money to him. Uche, Madam Margaret's elder brother, then decided to bring a warehouse load of products for Uzoma. This business connection gave him money beyond imagination. He bought land in the choicest part of Lagos and built a mansion. He came back to the village and took his both parents back to Lagos. Wamaka and Uzoma have now been married for 2 years, and Mazi Udoka and his wife wanted to go back to the village of Idem. No, Papa, God has given you both long life and riches. You can't return to live in that poor house we have in Eden village. Uzoma therefore asked him to give him 6 months period in which he will build him a befitting house for him and his mother Ugoma. That Christmas, Uzoma opened their house in Eden village in a grand style. It was a big, beautiful mansion. All the ladies who refused to marry Uzoma were astonished on how quickly his life was changed. As Uzoma opened his house in Eden village in grand style, Nneka was full of regrets. This house would have been Nneka's home if she had seen tomorrow, said her younger brother Uche, who worked as carpenter while Uzoma constructed his mansion. The moral lesson of this story is to never look down on anybody because he does not have money today. God can turn a man's story around for good overnight. Hey friends, I hope you enjoy these stories. If you do, please do give it a thumbs up and also click the subscription button for all our wonderful stories at African Tales by Oma. I love you all. Bye for now.